Hey guys, it's Martha. Welcome back to my channel. Sorry if it's really close up. I have to be using my phone right now. Um, I'm trying to do a video weekly, but things changed where I couldn't. So I just kind of want to do an update what's going on with me and Caleb. So my grandma, she's 90 years old, and I think in my first video, I said I was going to go visit her. Well, when I got off of work, third shift on Saturday morning, this most recent Saturday, so April 21st, my mom texted me, she was out of the country, and she said that I should go to the hospital in Kenosha, which was 2 hours away, because they don't think my grandma's going to make it. So, sorry, this is a really emotional, hard video to make. So Caleb and I think we slept for a few hours, and then we filled up our gas tank and we headed to Kenosha. So, going down there, I didn't think anything bad was going to happen. She's very resilient. She's been in the hospital multiple times, Yeah, she's old, but, she's always come back from it. And so we get there around, I want to say 4:35. There's a lot of traffic, and our car was acting up. And we hung out, and my grandma, she didn't even look like my grandma. She was thin, sick, she could barely talk. Her stomach and chest were swelled. I think she had fluid in her. And we came in when the physician's assistant was in talking, and they basically had to come make a decision if they wanted to put a tube down her throat to suck out all the liquid to just make her have a comfortable night. But they made it very clear that death was inevitable very soon. We talked about hospice, and they said that she wouldn't even make it to hospice. So I had to go to work that night. I found coverage. I decided that my grandma partially raised me. Not really. I had loving parents who did their job, but I was so close to her. She was like my second mom. So, I was there from 5:30 at the hospital to like 11:30-ish. And my shift was supposed to start at 10, so I decided not to go. They started doing the procedure, and around 10:40, they had us all come into the room, and so at 10:40 on Saturday night, my grandmother passed away. I will say, I didn't see her all the time. I lived in Illinois my whole life, and then I moved 2 hours away from her. But I saw her frequently when I was living with my parents before I got married. And I do consider her one of my best friends. She's my hero because she was always so loving and friendly. Sorry. And non-judgmental. You could literally be a recovering drug addict or, alcoholic, which I don't find her too bad. Came off wrong a little bit. But she would always give you another chance. She loved you. And, I'm also, on this Saturday, I will be 11 weeks pregnant, and I'm due on her birthday. So losing her was even harder because my mom told me today that my grandma, when everyone found out, she called my mom and said, regardless how you feel, we need to have a shower for her. My grandma was such a good woman. Her name is Madeline. She was always my advocate. My family did not like my husband at first because we grew up, differently. He grew up with some troubles, some legal trouble. And, I was a goody two-shoes in their eyes. My grandma advocated for us to be back in my parents' lives when my mom wanted nothing to do with me, and I know she advocated for me when she found out I was pregnant. So I'm at work right now, and we're getting on the bus in Manitowoc at 6:55 in the morning to go to Milwaukee, and then hang out in that station for a while and go, to visit my parents. And the funeral is this Friday, so technically tomorrow. It's going to be really hard for me. She was my last grandparent alive, and I don't know life without her. I'm 21. I've had her in my life for 21 years. She's always been that person I could call, if I was upset, if I was happy, and now she's gone. And I'm glad it happened when I was older instead of younger, because I don't think I would have understood it. I understand it now, I'm sorry for the lighting. I have most of the lights off because I work as a caregiver, like I said, and she's asleep. So sorry. I don't even know what to say. I'm surprised I didn't cry when I videotaped this. So we are going to visit my parents tomorrow. It's gonna be a long trip. Start at 6, so we'll get there at noon. Caleb wanted to make the video with me, but like I said, I'm at work and I did all my chores for my job responsibilities, so I just decided to vlog. I realized all my videos are gonna be pretty lengthy and talking, just because we don't really go out and do much right now due to me not having any energy and me working third shift and my husband working. So we kind of just stay at the house. But I wanted to show you my outfit because Caleb wanted me to tell you what he wanted to wear, which is probably one of the most embarrassing things he could ever want to wear. Just give me a second. I have my bag here. So I have, just give me 1 second. Okay, so I just have a regular pair of black jeans, skinny jeans, super cute. It's really hard for me to find jeans to wear because I'm short, and if jeans usually fit in my waist, they don't fit in my legs, and vice versa. Found these at Goodwill for $7, and they're pretty great. They fit everywhere. And then I have what I'm wearing for the funeral is this shirt. Sorry, you can't really see. It's like a tank top, and then it has a flowy part. It's actually a maternity shirt. I found it for pretty affordable at Ross. So I kind of made that fashion video for a second. Caleb, however, he loves this goth band. I think it's German. He wanted to be all decked out in the singer's outfit down to a feather and glasses. Let's see, I'm seeing what else he said. Feathers, glasses, a leather looking shirt and pants. I of course vetoed it because it's my grandma's funeral. I'm praying he was joking, but knowing him, I'm not 100% sure. So we're probably gonna make a video while on the bus and at the train station. Not 100% sure yet. And then I'm planning on doing a baby haul every trimester because we have so many friends and family who have baby stuff they don't need anymore. So we keep getting baby stuff and all this baby stuff. And I just thought it would be fun because it's my first pregnancy. And I will say before I end the video, because it's getting to 10 minutes long, my pregnancy is now really difficult to get through. I love my baby. Caleb loves the baby. But knowing that the baby's due on her birthday and that she was such a big part in my life, it is very hard to be excited for it. Like, not that I don't want the baby, it's really hard to find something to look forward to because I want to grieve. I want to kind of dwell. Like, there was a song I was listening to, and it was like, I don't want to feel better. I don't want to not remember. And, I kind of think about that, like, because I do want to feel better. I want to be able to talk about her without crying. I want to be able to be happy, go outside, like, not dread, not dread. I don't want to feel any hate or like jealousy towards like anyone else's, like, who has their grandparents, and it's really hard, but at the same time, like, I'm afraid as time goes on, once this baby's here, like, everyone gets older, I'm gonna forget, like, she's gonna go to the back, and that's something I never want because she was such a big part in my life. I feel like everyone goes through that once they're grieving. This is technically, I know I said I was gonna make it short, but this is technically the first death I've experienced. I experienced my cousin passing away, and that was hard for me because I talked to him the night he died. He passed away from a drug overdose. This is the first person I've been there when they died, and someone who I've known my entire life. My cousin, I only knew for a few months. So, sorry, I'm holding a pair of socks. It's really hard for me, but I know that, she loves me. She loves this baby, and she's not in pain anymore. And that's the main thing, because when I was talking to her at the hospital, she said she didn't even want to talk because it hurt so bad. And I think it was the stress and the trauma from the tube that they put down her throat, because they had to do it about 4 times. But, no choice when someone is in that state is a good choice. And no one was really expecting her to die that night. But, everyone loved her. And all I can say is that I hope I and my child, follow in her footsteps and become as good as she was. And that my grandma never gets forgotten, because she was a really wonderful lady. And even though she was 90, 90 is still too young, and I feel like I didn't get enough time with her. So, I'm going to update you guys on our trip. Maybe it will be fun, because we'll be hanging out at the train station for a few hours. And we'll update you after the funeral. And hopefully we'll get our pregnancy video up and our other videos soon. It's just been a really rough week and a half. So, yeah, we'll see you next time, and hopefully Caleb will be in my next video.